Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Talk Sara English. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike. Today, we're going to talk about something that touches all of us, mistakes.
Yes, mistakes. Those moments that can feel a little uncomfortable, maybe even embarrassing.
But also moments that carry so much potential, if we let them.
Exactly. So many people think mistakes are failures or something to hide.
But the truth is, mistakes are proof that you're trying, learning, and growing.
And even talking about them in English can be a way to practice kindness towards yourself and your journey.
I like that. Mistakes are not walls, they're stepping stones.
Let's start with the simple truth. We all make them. Every single person.
Every day, at work, at school, at home, in relationships, life just doesn't happen perfectly.
And that's okay. Really okay.
Sometimes we forget that. We see others' successes and feel pressure.
And then we criticize ourselves. Why did I do that? Or I shouldn't have said that.
But what if instead we said, okay, I made a mistake. I'll learn from it.
That small shift changes everything. One thing I love about talking about mistakes is how freeing it feels.
Totally. There's something very human about admitting, even softly, I messed up.
Or I wasn't perfect this time.
Saying it out loud is almost like saying, I'm human, and that's okay.
And when you say it in English, it feels like sharing a piece of yourself with the world.
And it's powerful. It builds confidence, not weakness.
I remember one time I made a mistake at work.
Oh, what happened?
I sent an email to the wrong person, a very important person. My heart sank instantly.
Oh no.
Yes, I thought, this is it. I've ruined everything. But then I realized mistakes are fixable.
They usually are.
I took a deep breath, apologized, and tried to make it right. And you know what? It wasn't the end of the world.
See, that's exactly the point. Mistakes often feel huge in the moment.
But later, we see them as lessons, or even funny stories. And it's not just big mistakes. Small mistakes matter too.
Like forgetting to reply to a message, tripping in public, or saying the wrong word in English.
Yes, like saying I am boring instead of I am bored.
Classic mistake, but it's okay. Moments like that make you laugh and remember, learning and living go hand in hand.
Every little mistake is a chance to reflect, grow, and even smile at yourself. One of the most important things about mistakes is the feeling that comes with them.
Yes, feelings like embarrassment, frustration, or guilt.
And it's okay to feel them. You don't need to hide emotions.
I love that. Feeling bad is normal, but feeling bad doesn't mean you failed.
Exactly. It just means you care. It means you're trying.
And trying is the most courageous thing anyone can do.
Another thing that helps is telling yourself a story about your mistakes.
What do you mean?
I mean, instead of saying, I always mess up, say, I made a mistake and I can learn from it.
Oh, yes. That small change in words is huge for your mindset.
It's gentle, it's kind, it keeps you moving forward.
And it makes sharing your mistakes in English easier too.
Mistakes can also connect you with others.
Yes, when you admit, I messed up, people usually nod, smile, or even laugh with you.
Everyone has been there. Everyone knows the feeling.
And that creates empathy, understanding, and even friendship.
Sharing mistakes can make you feel less alone.
And more human.
Another thing I like is imagining the future after a mistake.
Like what happens next.
Exactly. You can say, I made a mistake, but I'll try differently next time.
Or, I learned something important from this.
English gives you the space to be reflective and gentle with yourself.
And the sentences don't need to be long. Short, honest words work best.
Sometimes mistakes are funny, too.
Absolutely. Some of my favorite memories are small mistakes that turned into stories I can laugh about later.
Like tripping over a cable in front of everyone.
Or sending a text to the wrong person.
Those moments are human, and talking about them lightly makes life feel easier.
Mistakes are proof that we're alive, learning, and trying.
Mistakes also remind us to be kind to ourselves.
Instead of thinking, I'm bad, try, I'm learning.
That mindset makes mistakes feel like opportunities.
And opportunities give hope.
Hope keeps you going, even when things feel hard.
Exactly. Mistakes are like stepping stones on the path to growth.
And remember, mistakes don't define you.
They're just moments in your story.
A story that's always growing, changing, and becoming more interesting.
And your English story is no different.
Every little mistake you make is a word, a sentence, a step forward.
You're building something real, not perfect.
And that's exactly what life is. So today, if you've made a mistake, breathe.
Smile a little.
And say to yourself, it's okay. I'm learning. I'm trying.
Because you are. And that's amazing.
So, Mike, sometimes mistakes don't feel small at all.
Oh, absolutely. Some mistakes feel like mountains.
Like when you misjudge something important or say the wrong thing to someone you care about.
Or when you forget a task at work that everyone was counting on.
But even the biggest mistakes carry lessons if we choose to see them.
Yes, and that's what makes mistakes, well, almost beautiful.
I love that idea. It's like each mistake is a teacher.
Exactly. Not a punishment, just a teacher.
I remember feeling awful once because I gave the wrong directions to someone.
Oh no, what happened?
They ended up late for a meeting and I felt terrible. My first thought was, I'm so bad at this.
Classic mistake panic.
But then I realized, wait, I can help them now. I can make it better.
And that's the key, seeing the next step instead of only the mistake.
It turned out okay, and I learned to double-check next time.
And that's the growth part. Mistakes aren't just endings, they're starting points.
Another thing is that mistakes help us see ourselves more clearly.
Oh yes, sometimes a mistake reveals something about our habits or choices.
Or it shows our strengths, like patience, creativity, or humor when we deal with it.
Humor helps a lot. You can turn an awkward moment into a story you smile about later.
And that smile is proof that mistakes are human.
And English is a wonderful tool to share that human experience.
Speaking of English, I love hearing learners share their little mistakes.
Yes, sometimes people say things like, I make a mistake yesterday.
And my first thought is, perfect, that's real English.
Absolutely. Every time you share a mistake, it's a moment of honesty.
And honesty makes conversations stronger and more personal. Mistakes also show courage.
Yes, it takes courage to admit, I was wrong, or I messed up.
And that courage is bigger than the mistake itself.
That's such a good point. The act of speaking, even softly, builds confidence.
Let's talk about the feeling of regret.
Ah, yes, that tricky feeling.
Many people carry regret after mistakes.
And it can be heavy.
But the interesting thing is that regret only becomes painful if we stop there.
Exactly. If we instead reflect, what can I do differently? What can I learn? Regret turns into something useful.
It becomes a guide, not a punishment.
And English can be part of that reflection. Speaking it out loud helps process it.
Another moment I love is seeing small mistakes from a distance and laughing.
Oh yes, days later, a mistake that felt huge can feel tiny or even funny.
Like sending a text to the wrong person or tripping in public.
Or saying a word in English the wrong way, but realizing it still worked.
Those moments remind us that mistakes are temporary.
And that life keeps moving.
One thing I often tell learners is mistakes are not labels.
Yes, I made a mistake does not mean I am a failure.
A sentence about a mistake is just a sentence, not a judgment.
And English allows us to separate the action from our identity.
Mistakes also help us practice kindness toward ourselves and others.
Like when someone else makes a mistake, instead of judging, you can say, it's okay, we all make mistakes.
And that simple response can change the energy of the whole conversation.
Exactly. Kindness spreads when we share our own experiences.
Another thing is patience.
Mistakes remind us that learning takes time.
And English, or life in general, is about small steps.
One mistake at a time, reflection at a time, growth at a time.
And over months and years, those small steps create big change. Sometimes mistakes make us feel shy or afraid to try again.
Oh, yes, that's very normal.
But it's also when we can practice courage.
Courage is simply showing up, even if you might fail.
Showing up for English, showing up in life, showing up for your feelings.
And that's enough. Showing up itself is progress.
One of my favorite things is realizing how mistakes brings unexpected lessons.
Like what?
Sometimes you learn patience, sometimes humor, sometimes a new skill you wouldn't have tried otherwise.
And sometimes you learn to forgive yourself.
And forgiveness is huge. It frees you to try again.
Every mistake is a chance to grow stronger.
So, if you've made a mistake recently, breathe
Smile a little,
and tell yourself, it's okay, I'm learning, I'm growing.
because you are. And that's amazing.
You know, Mike, sometimes I think the most important thing about mistakes is perspective.
Absolutely. How we see them can change everything.
One small change in perspective can turn a moment of embarrassment into a moment of growth.
Or even into a story you can smile about later.
Exactly. Like remembering the time I accidentally walked into the wrong meeting and stayed there for 10 minutes before anyone noticed.
Oh no!
Yes, at first I wanted to disappear, but later I laughed and I learned to double-check my calendar.
Mistakes like that remind us not to take life too seriously.
And I think the beauty of mistakes is that they're universal.
Everyone makes them. Everyone has stories.
That makes it easier to connect with people. When you admit, I made a mistake, it often opens the door to empathy.
And laughter. Sometimes laughter is the best response.
It's true. Humor makes mistakes lighter, and English becomes a tool for connection. Another thought, mistakes teach patience.
Yes, learning from them takes time.
You can't rush understanding. You can't rush growth.
Each mistake is a small step, not a failure.
And the more you embrace them, the more fearless you become.
Fearless in life and in English.
I love noticing the little lessons from daily mistakes.
Like what?
Like realizing I need more focus in the morning, or remembering to slow down when I speak.
That's a good one.
Small lessons, small reminders, but they build into bigger changes over time.
And that's exactly why mistakes are valuable.
Another thing that helps is kindness to ourselves and others.
Yes, when someone makes a mistake, instead of judging, you can say, "It's okay, we all make mistakes."
And when you talk about your own mistakes gently, people feel safe to do the same.
That's right. Sharing mistakes can create understanding, connection, and even trust.
And mistakes are also a reminder to be present.
How so?
When we make a mistake, we notice the moment. We feel something. We breathe. We reflect.
It's almost like a pause, a chance to slow down and learn.
Yes, instead of rushing past the error, we can experience it and grow from it. Sometimes after a mistake, it helps to imagine yourself a little in the future.
Like thinking, in a week, will this matter?
Or, how will I use this lesson later?
That's a great way to turn discomfort into perspective.
And that perspective reduces fear. It reminds us that mistakes are temporary. Another thing I love is the small wins after a mistake.
Oh, yes, like trying again and succeeding, even in a tiny way.
Or noticing a slight improvement in yourself.
Those small wins remind you that mistakes are not the end. They're the beginning of better understanding.
And mistakes can even inspire creativity.
Definitely. Sometimes a wrong step leads to a new idea, a new approach, or even a fun story.
English, life, work, mistakes are part of that creative process.
And when you embrace them lightly, they lose power over you.
The key is to speak about them gently, honestly, and without shame.
Short sentences, calm words, kindness.
I made a mistake, and that's okay.
I messed up, but I learned something.
These sentences are small but powerful. And as you share mistakes in English, you realize something else.
What's that?
That people relate. They nod, smile, and even share their own mistakes.
It's human, it's connecting, and it makes you feel less alone.
So today, if you made a mistake, big or small, take a breath
Smile a little.
and say to yourself, "It's okay. I'm learning. I'm growing."
And mean it.
Before we finish, we'd love to hear from you.
Yes, leave a comment and tell us about a recent mistake you've made, or something small that taught you a lesson.
Sharing your story might help someone else feel brave too.
And that's one of the most beautiful things about mistakes. They connect us all.
That's all for today's episode.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Keep practicing, keep reflecting, and remember, mistakes are part of the journey.
Be kind to yourself, share your experiences, and enjoy speaking English naturally.
Goodbye, everyone. Keep moving forward, and remember, mistakes are just steps along the path to growth.
Bye. See you next time.